Hi there, Shelby here with a new video. And today it's actually a beautiful day. It's sunny. And the gal that I'm staying at, she had a dentist appointment. So she ran out, and I thought now was a good time to kind of catch you up. And today's message or thought is, how do you know when you're being true to yourself? Because, over these last couple of weeks, I've really thought about that and thought about some of the things that on first glance really look like they're going badly. And then you realize that maybe there's another way to perceive this. And that's where the how do you know when you're being true to yourself, because if I'm honest, I was not true to myself when I really get down to the meat on the bone. I was really stressed. And although it wasn't a keep up with the Joneses, because I didn't have many Joneses here, you know what I mean? I'm new to the island, so it's not like, I had anybody that was watching to say, oh, I wonder what kind of, place she's going to be in, or this, that, or the other. But it was a kind of, in my mind, what I deemed successful was really skewed. And I don't know where, I do know where, I guess. It's kind of like the society as a whole. That's what we do, right? It's not about necessarily always finding your pleasure. It's about the most, right? It's all about more and more and more and more and more. And I just don't know how I too fell into that trap where it seemed like, okay, I'm one person. Like, okay, here's the example. I'm one person, okay? I have two dogs, Chloe and Lily, who I'll show you. Hopefully you can see. Are right there. Chilled out. Say hi, Chloe. Hopefully you can see her. So I'm one person, okay? And sorry, in doing that and showing you the two dogs, I screwed up my whole setup here in me tent. So I'm having to reorganize. Okay. So my point being, I'm one person. I have two dogs. I can't even tell you. Well, I can if you go and you look at my old YouTube channel on the amount of stuff that I brought. You really can't see it physically because it's in, containers, but I had 4 of them when I moved here. Now I think I could probably get all my shit in one. Not even lying. And so it was just, I was somewhat obsessed, I guess is the word I would use, not even knowing it. And me not being a cluttery person, like I'm not a cluttery person. Like you walk in my place when I had a place and it was like very zen and very calming, and there wasn't tons of shit, but it was always a really big place, right? Honestly, way too big for one person. So when I'm sitting here and my whole life fell apart, there was a part of me on the inside that was like, yes, thank God, because now we don't have to keep doing this shit, right? Where way more then what we really want to be you are that person that doesn't have a lot of shit. So then why do you? Right? And even though I didn't think I did, like when I moved here, it was like, no, I'm only bringing the stuff I need. I have sold so much and never missed any of it. That's the thing. Never missed any of it. It was like nothing in my life changed, not a thing. And I was letting go of stuff left, right, and center. So it's like there is a part of me that is, especially now having lived in a tent for a couple of weeks now, 400, 600 square feet feels like a palace. I'm not even joking. That feels like a palace because I'm not even in 10-foot square right now. So this experience, although it has been, I'm going to use the word traumatic on a lot of fronts. Traumatic. It has been very clarifying, very like I'm being true to myself. You know, there is a part of me that's always kind of wanted a tiny house. If you're close to me, you know this. Like, I would love a little tiny house on some land where I can grow a garden. I don't know if that's going to come to fruition. I also would love a couple of other scenarios in terms of housing. So we're going to have to see what the universe brings. I mean, literally what the universe brings and or guides me to, because God knows I'm not there yet. But the dogs are overly happy. It's so crazy, right? They're really happy. I'm shedding a lot of thoughts and beliefs. Like I said, I, I think about the enormousness that I've been dealing with, right? Being one person. And again, the last place I had was a 3-bedroom. The place before that was a 4-bedroom. The place before that was a 3-bedroom. And it was always with these grandiose plans, like, when I had family, they would visit, and they never did. They never did in Vegas either, right? They never did in California either, to speak of. I can count on one hand. I can count on one hand in the last 20 years how many times they've come to visit. So I don't know where all of this needing to have more came from, but God knows, against my will in the beginning anyway, I was dead against that. Dead again. It was still like, just go get another 3-bedroom and just keep doing what you've always done. Just keep moving the shit you've always moved. Just keep doing what you've always done. And remember, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you've got. So came clean on that one. And so, maybe this is something to think for your own self. Are you being true to yourself? Like, are you really being true to yourself? You don't need to go through the hell that I've gone through to get the clarity. At least I don't feel you do. I'm a very stubborn, mentally I can do anything out of my way. If it's to be, it's up to me kind of mental attitude, which is probably what got me to the amount of contrast that I needed to snap the hell out of it. You're probably not as stubborn-minded as I am, and is not an older soul that needed to learn something as big as I do, because that's just me. And what I feel is probably my last lifetime here, but that's a whole nother video. Yeah, are you being true to yourself? Really, really, really? Because sometimes we have these goals of what success is, and then you get them, and it's like, I really liked the simpler things in life. Like, I can't tell you how liberating it was to sell my Alexa and two Alexa bot, whatever those little things were. Right, I had the big tall one, and then I had 2 dots, Echo Dots. Oh my God, I never used them. Right, 2 of them were not even plugged in. Like, one never even came out of the box ever, brand spanking new. And it was like, oh my God, I got rid of those things, and it was like, I sold them, and I was like, oh my God, it was so liberating. And I was like, who was the person that bought them to begin with? It was the person that gets sucked into all the same stuff that we all do. So it had nothing to do with my truth. It had nothing to do with being really true to what I want, because I don't want more technology. I'm like the anti kind of technology gal. I do least I have to interact with all of you and to be kind of present in 2019, but I would so rather be in the middle of the wilderness, you know, talking to birds, not even joking. So at any rate, I just thought I would make this video because it's been an enlightening process for me to say, you know, are you living it? You know, like, are you living your truth? Are you being true to you? And I sure as hell am now, more than I have been in the last, I can't even tell you how long. And that's kind of eye-opening when you consider where I'm living right now in my Coleman tent. So with that being said, less really is more. You know, less really, really, really is more. So think about that. We'll see you on the next video. I love you.